Hello, everybody. It's Aaron, and I'm here with a very, very, very special guest on the pre-partner day, before Inbound even gets started. I'm seriously, this is like the man of the hour, so I'm going to introduce him in just a second. This is literally the only place in the world where you're going to find a leader like this fellow, who is a marketer, an innovator, a technologist. I found out he's also a physicist. Yeah,
I studied physics, yeah.
Yes, you
did. I did.
And most importantly, an improv comic.
Aaron, you're really setting me up amazing here. This is the best intro I've ever had. Normally it's like, he works in business.
No, you have an amazing background. And I'm not talking about Amy Poehler, I'm talking about John Dick.
John Dick,
who
everybody,
is the Chief Customer Success Officer for HubSpot. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Aaron, thanks for having me. Thanks for being a correspondent at Inbound 2025. The vibes here already are freaking fantastic.
It absolutely is.
It's popping. It's pretty exciting.
There's over 1,500 people, I think, are attending today's Partner Day.
Yep.
And we're here in San Francisco, which is the first time that HubSpot's actually brought their conference to the West Coast. I'm sure you're very excited about being here.
This year, having Inbound in San Francisco, I feel like really meets the moment, because this is where people come to build the future. And if ever there was a moment for HubSpot and our partners to build the future, it's 2025.
He's dropping all of the marketing hints right now. I think that is the key messaging for this year, correct?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, I got a good marketing question for you to get started.
Okay.
We have started a podcast called The Sound of Inbound.
Sure.
And of course, it shares a name with the conference, but Inbound in general is all about making brands magnetic. So I'm curious, from your standpoint, what makes a brand magnetic?
So first of all, I think this week we are going to hear a lot about how inbound marketing is changing.
Yep.
And I think we're pretty excited to talk about how inbound marketing is changing. Inbound is not dead. Like, inbound as a concept is extraordinarily alive and vibrant. And when I think about what inbound is, it's all about how you actually can add value before you extract value, and how you can use content to attract, engage, and delight your customers. The type of content is changing, how you make that content is changing, but at the end of the day, it is still very much about how you create experiences that help your customers just feel very attracted to your brand.
Actually, I did hear one thing about the HubSpot brand this year that was in one of our discussions today here at Partner Day, was by Karen. And she said that one of the goals here at HubSpot is to make the technology less scary. And I think that you guys are introducing a whole new level of opportunity for all of us out there in a way that will make it a lot more accessible, and I love you for it.
Yeah, thank you.
So thank you for that. What's been the biggest shift in how you define success for customers today versus 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Because things have changed quite a bit.
This is a great question.
Okay.
So I would start out by saying that for a very long time, I feel like in customer success, generally speaking, like, value was talked about very much at like the bottom of the value pyramid, right? And it used to just very much be about like product experience. It'd be like, well, like, is my team adopting it? Do they like it? What do I hear from them, etc.
Yep.
It's almost like, I kind of call it like vibe value. Vibe value is not a thing. Vibe coding is a thing. Vibe value is definitely not a thing.
Vibe value.
Yeah, don't do vibe value. Turns out it's a terrible idea.
Hashtag don't.
Don't do
look up
vibe value.
Okay.
Do real value.
Yes.
Do actual customer value. You have to kind of move up the value pyramid, I think, in the year 2025. And it's like, for years and years and years, product built at the bottom, sales sold on the bottom, CS helped people use the product at the bottom.
Yeah.
But now, like, belts have tightened, expectations for what software is supposed to do have gone up, expectations for like clarity of outcomes that the product is driving have gone up. And so what I'm seeing is the best customer success teams are actually moving up that value pyramid and are way more obsessed about how to actually quantify cold, hard outcomes for their customers, in particular ROI, TCO, efficiency, everything. And I think it's really going to matter a lot as software starts to actually do work for companies, because you're going to need to really quantify the outcomes that it can produce for you.
So the way I translate that is, so we're thinking about the funnel, obviously, and I think part of it is people want to experience what it feels like to work with that brand a lot closer to the top of the funnel. I think that's part of what you're saying, and that might be getting a demo or having a conversation. Actually, I've been telling people for years, marketing's role is to try to get folks to the conversation as fast as possible.
Yep.
So I think what you're trying to say is where things are heading is folks are going to be coming in a lot more qualified than they had in the past. And we got to think about those qualified leads much closer to the top of the funnel.
Sure. Yep.
And treat them like that. HubSpot's gone all in on AI and automation. So how do you see those kinds of tools enhancing or threatening the human element of customer success?
Yeah.
So what do
the
you
biggest
think?
mistake that companies are making with AI right now is assuming that it is a tool to replace human beings. It is a tool to amplify human beings. And what I see customers get wrong is they go, I'm going to roll out a customer agent to handle my support tickets. And the number I'm going to obsess about is how much resolution I can get. Well, you got to measure the other side of it. You've got to measure the CSAT of it, and you've got to measure whether or not the experience is actually great in delivering for your customers. And if you don't do that, I think you're going to end up in a real pickle. And we've seen it with some of our customers, with HubSpot ourselves, as we've evolved our support program. I'm just more convinced than ever that human plus AI together is going to be like a real amplification factor and accelerant for business. My ask for you all as you think about AI is obsess way more about how AI helps you help more customers than save more money.
And to replace yourself, right?
Yeah.
Don't think about replacing you and thinking about enhancing yourself,
Yeah.
enhancing your job, and enhancing customer experience overall.
Yeah.
This one might be kind of tough because I think we all have to deal with this all the time. I had learned this term a couple years ago, and I hate the term. What are the biggest early warning signals that HubSpot watches for in regards to churn? And then second part to this question is, how can the rest of us adopt a similar type of mindset?
I'll answer on the early indicators,
Okay.
but I actually want to talk more about just indicators of
Yep.
churn.
Yep.
So early indicators is literally like, do they activate in the product? Like literally, they bought the product, how long does it take them to actually start to get value from the product? And what percent never get value from the product? Like that is like the number one thing. Beyond that, what we have actually seen has become the best predictor of churn for customers is if we start to see that the outcomes that they expect to get from the product start to decline. You know, we have a marketing product, we have a sales product. The marketing product is designed to drive lead gen. The sales product is designed to build pipeline and close deals. And we've started to measure that on behalf of our customers so that we can have really high ROI value-based conversations with them about the value they're getting from the product. And those metrics declining are the thing that really indicates that a customer is on a path for churn.
Yes.
And so it's totally changed our whole engagement model, who we talk to, what we talk to them about. Again, it kind of comes back to this value pyramid with like your traditional usage stats on the bottom of your product, but like ROI at the top. If you can push up that way, it will be an amazing predictor of churn and also will give you an amazing way to like target your customers and engage them.
Like again, I think the theme for me is that HubSpot's making these kinds of tools more accessible.
Yeah.
And we do need something right out of the box that when we load it up and start running our campaigns, it can tell if it's working. It can tell if there's a predictable pathway that things are not going so well and what actions we can take, recommendations to kind of follow. What's the most underrated customer success tactic that always works, but rarely gets talked about?
Picking up the phone.
Oh my God, I love you for that.
It's like all we talk about is AI and automation, and I understand why, because it allows us to scale personal help in a way we never thought possible before. But picking up the phone is actually probably still the most effective tactic that most companies like kind of don't spend nearly enough time on.
Okay, so my entire team who is watching this right now, probably editing this video, this is John.
Call me.
Literally, call him.
Call
because
anybody, really.
I've been
Call any
telling you
customers.
how long to just call people.
Yeah.
It also removes the possibility that the response is at all like contrived or AI.
Yeah.
You get a lot more inference out of the people's discussion.
Yeah.
Which is another point about why you should come to conferences. I wasn't trying to queue up this question, but of course, it's one of the reasons you should go out and check out the industry conferences out there, including Inbound, right?
I think so. I think connecting is an amazingly powerful thing that the more we go down the AI path, the more humans are going to want it.
How would you describe the state of customer success going into 2026?
I think it has literally never been a better time to be in customer success.
Okay.
And I feel that deeply. If you think about all the things that have gotten in the way of customer success teams in the past, like the biggest one is like, how am I actually supposed to help all these customers in all the ways that they need help? It's like the biggest blocker. And it's just always been constrained. It's been constrained by number of humans you can hire, how much time you have. And I feel like the thing that is just giving me so much optimism about the future of customer success and customer retention more broadly is just this idea that like, we can just help every single customer in a very personal way now. What more could you ask for to be in, customer success right now?
Personalization at scale. And then maybe make it more personal, as we want to say these days. So making it more personal at scale. I am very much about that too. I think that's one thing that AI cannot. What AI has done really, really well is to try to look at an enormous amount of data, huge data set, and give us an opportunity to manage it in a much easier way that we never could have before.
When we send customer success emails to our customers now, we are looking at the actual customer's usage and we're generating a one-to-one personal email for them saying, here's what we saw. We recommend these things for you. And it's like just incredibly powerful, especially if you're like HubSpot and you have a lot of customers, especially, down market. Those customers customers deserve to get just as good help as customers who pay a lot of money, but
Absolutely.
the economics are just tough to manage. And so it just gives me so much optimism.
So the more information we can feed into these platforms, the better we're going to have a chance to personalize a response.
Yep.
That's the key takeaway on this one. So connect your systems up into one unified platform. No hint for tomorrow.
No hint for tomorrow.
No hint for tomorrow. No spoilers. No spoilers. All right, one more question I've been asking everybody just for fun. If you could pick a universe to live on, which one would it be? Star Wars or Star Trek? I'll give you those two first.
I gotta go Star Trek.
Star Trek. Okay, good. I go Star Trek
like
too.
peace and prosperity and like
Yeah,
it was
I know.
amazing. It was so optimistic. I mean, Star Wars. There's an evil empire out there that is like destroying worlds. It's a tough universe to live in.
Okay. All right. So Star Trek or Big Bang Theory?
Star Trek.
You still want to live on the big? Oh my gosh! Still
Yeah,
in the,
with the holodeck.
Okay, and how about one more? Back to the Future. Time travel.
I'm going Star Trek.
You're gonna go Star Trek?
going Star Trek.
We'd
I'm a
still like
Trekkie.
to somehow span space and time through light travel.
Although I do want a hoverboard, and I've always wanted a hoverboard.
Me too.
Yeah, and I've always wanted those shoes that you could pump up.
Oh my God. Yeah, those were amazing.
Yeah.
For everybody that is here at Inbound hearing all this, I hope you had a chance to stop by all the HubSpot booths to check out all the latest, greatest tech coming out of HubSpot this year. There's so many announcements. It's very exciting. You might even get a chance to see this guy.
Say hello if you see me.
Yes, please say hello if you do see him.
Yeah.
John, this has been a fantastic.
Aaron, good to see you again. Thanks
Thank you
for
so
coming
much
inbound.
for joining.
Thanks everybody.
Yes, thank
Thanks
you
for
so
watching.
much.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye-bye.